Good morning, everyone. If you're new to the channel and you like what we're doing, don't forget to give us a like and a subscribe. That'd be great. Today we are going to be doing a bug flood. I will explain more what the bug flood is in just a minute here, but right now we're going to start closing off the bulkheads, which the bulkheads are in the cranberry bed. It puts boards down, it blocks the water off, we flood up the cranberry bed, and it holds the water in the bed. So you'll see us now shutting those. We'll go to a pond. We're going to start flowing in some water. And then at the end, you're going to see us shut off the water on the ponds, and it will leave the beds flooded for a couple days. So this is how we shut the bulkheads on the bed to build up the water. Easy as that. A lot of times when we're doing this, so as you can tell, we have boards already in there. Those are usually preset to the height we need, so it makes it easy for us to just come along, drop these down, and start bringing a flood onto this bed. Down the line we go. What you just saw was me pull the boards on this pond. We got 4 inches of rain yesterday, so there's plenty of water. It's actually naturally supplied by a river and kind of a series of ponds that we have all connected by tubes so that we can control the water. We're putting a flood on the bed, and then we'll naturally flow it back into the same river. The boards are pulled and the beds are starting to flood. Here's another one of the ponds in the series of ponds. I'm gonna pull the boards on this to maintain the water in that first pond while we're flooding. So here it is. Lost it. Bug flood is almost done, or at the height it needs to be on the lower tier of beds here. The irrigation is on just because if the pipes are full of air and not water, they'll like to float up, and that causes a lot of problems when we go to watch frost or check irrigation in the future. So we run those so they stay connected and don't move. The higher tier of beds here, still flooding. As you can tell, these have a way to go. The height difference on these, just the water just slowly funnels in compared to the lower tier of beds. We're already seeing results though. We went to a corner and there's some trash in the corner and there was a lot of bugs in it. So that's a good sign to see. That means what we're doing is working. So when we flood like this, we get a lot of old leaves that float to the surface. We call it trash. But in the old leaves, there are a lot of bugs as well. So we're gonna leave it on for a little while, let the bugs get rid of themselves basically before we're gonna pitch it up onto the dike. It just adds like a mulchy, we'll mow and it'll spread it all out. It adds just like a mulch layer to the dike. But here's a caterpillar the bug flood took out. Some other little critters. There's a lot of little things just moving around on top of this layer. It's just really promising to see that the bug flood's working. Here's an example of all the different bugs that this is getting rid of. Can you see all the movement? See, there's a moth right there. Just a variety of different bugs this is getting rid of. So you've seen me pulling boards. I've talked about the bug flood, but now I'm here to tell you the purpose of it and why we do it. And so right now we're starting to see some leafhoppers and caterpillars and worms and moths in the bed that just cause damage to the plant. They're gonna start to chew on the vine and the leaves, which is taking away from harvest, because if the plant is damaged, it's going to focus its nutrients on repairing that instead of on the fruit. So for us, a natural way to get rid of these pests is by flooding up the beds. We'll keep the water on above, covering all the tips for 48 hours, killing off any pests that's in the bed. So it's just a natural, organic way for us to bring you guys a better fruit and have a better harvest all around for ourselves. Bug flood complete. We're shutting her down. All right, so as you can tell there, I left a little trickle of water. Some of the boards that we have over here leak and whatnot, so we keep a constant flow of water just to make sure they don't drain out. And now the bugs are going crazy. The water is taking a toll on them, and in a couple days we're going to be able to pull the flood.